My wife used to have a wild past, but it disappeared once we got married.
She used to be a feral creature, but I tamed her.
My wife and I have been married for 13 years and together for 15. We have 2 children and a happy marriage. However, there is something about our relationship that has always bothered me.
Uh-oh.
And I do not know why I'm thinking about it now more than ever, but I am. By the way, this comes from Deleted, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/okstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice goofly, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do, so let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, my wife was 24 and I was 25 when we met, and prior to dating me, my wife was a very adventurous, spicily, and has always been very open with me about her past, sharing everything with me in great detail. She has had always with 2 guys, went away on spring break every year she was in college, and each time had spicy time with multiple men. She has had spicy sleep in hotel hallways, on beach chairs with other people in view. She is a member of the Mile High Club, and she even hooked up with a hotel worker on vacation with her family at Disney World in the family's hotel room while they were at the park. This girl's Rice Purity score is off the charts.
Are we upset that she's not like this anymore?
I think that he's feeling insecure. And
let's find out.
Were I to give you advice before, you can't really change anything about this now. Were I to give you advice before, I would have had a conversation with her about what you need to know. I think it's great that she's honest, and I think that you do need to work through insecurities because she's not doing any of this now.
Yeah, you need to be on a need-to-know basis.
I think that there are certain things being in a relationship now, we are honest with each other, of course, but there are also certain things I don't need to know about. And there are certain things where my, partner will be like, do you want to know this? And I'm like, yeah, or no, I don't need to know that. So
I think he just wants to book a stay in the hotel hallway.
Yeah, I think that there are certain things that she should have been like, do you want to know this? And if you said yes, that's on you.
How was this information given to you?
That's what I'm
curious.
Wondering. Yeah. Many of those experiences were with guys she was dating, but many were not. Then all of a sudden she meets me and just stops. After all those men, all that spicy sleep, she was just done. I have been the only one she has been with in 15 years. I am sure of that because since we've been together, I can barely remember a night when we were not together. She stopped clubbing. She stopped going to parties without me. She just stopped it all. She told me after our first date, she knew she was done.
All right.
What does this remind me of?
That's kind of weird, though.
This is like...
Nah, dude. OP's magical.
This is...
First date?
She's like,
I know I'm settling down with you for the rest of my life. First date, I'm done. It's over.
This just reminds me of the Bible. And on the 7th day, he was like, this is good. We're done here. Everything's perfect.
Just fit it, and that was all.
And he said, all right, we're good now. I think that's totally a possibility. I think she probably, had a moment where she was like, I like this guy. Do I want to continue everything I've been doing, or maybe is it time to switch up?
That almost feels like the opposite side of her previous behavior of being very spicily adventurous.
Yeah.
But to an extreme almost, it sounds like. And then snapping back to the extreme of and I've gone on one date with this guy and I'll never be with another guy ever again.
I mean, I guess when you are with a lot of people, you have a lot of things to base it off.
It's just a very extreme swing one way and the other.
OP, you're hot, okay?
Yeah,
you're hot,
just
OP.
A hot commodity. She said, well, I cannot pass this guy up. Her friends didn't know what happened to her. I never asked her to stop going out. She just did it on her own. Now, what bothers me about her past is not that she was spicily active. I do not think less of her. What does bother me is how spicy she used to be, but is not with me.
I knew it!
We have good spicy sleep. She always likes it. And most times more than one. And we still, even after all these years, have spicy sleep 3 or 4 times a week. But we do not do it anywhere but in bed and never have.
Okay, buddy, I'm going to be real. You got a golden goose here.
He wants the hotel hallway.
Genuinely, OP? Easy solution. I think you go to her and you say, hey, you've told me a lot of these experiences that you have or you've had in the past. And honestly, I really want to be more adventurous in our spicy sleep life. And I think all of those things sound really fun. And I think it would really I don't know, just add like a fun element to our relationship.
Yep. And we're going to your grandma's house next weekend.
We're going to your grandma's house and Disneyland, so we really gotta start incorporating these. I think this is a pretty easy conversation to have. It is not rough. There's no dirty talk. It's passionate, but in a loving way. He's like, she loves me, I guess. And that is the way she says she wants it. She tells me she doesn't want to have spicy sleep the way she used to. She says she didn't like the way it made her feel about herself. I get that with the random hookups, but what about with the guys she was dating? I've met a few of them, and to be honest, I got a little intimidated when I did. My wife called them poodles. They look pretty, but they're just dogs. Ooh, what a bar.
Okay.
Dang.
But they were your dogs.
They were your dogs, and you can't return them to the shelter. I'm realizing that we didn't do that here, so you guys don't have any context for that. Fine. That was from a previous story that we read.
I just really I can't say it though. It's okay.
So I guess that made me feel better, but I still think of all the things she did with them and does not do with me, and I wonder if she misses that kind of spicy sleep.
Well, she's told you straight up that she doesn't.
Yeah, she said she doesn't feel great about it.
Maybe just listen to that.
So my question for everyone, and women especially, it's me. Do you have a husband? I don't have a husband. That is not the best spicy sleep you've ever had or does not bring out in your wild spicy side? How do you feel about that, honestly? Do you feel unfulfilled? I love my wife more than I thought I could love anyone. She is intimidatingly beautiful, funny, and just plain cool. I have been just having a hard time lately thinking that she's settled for me. Any thoughts would be appreciated. And there is an update, but do you have any thoughts?
Well, I'd like to hear from you, Sophia.
As a woman?
But
As a woman.
The only
Yeah.
woman whose opinion or thoughts on that matter
Is your wife.
Are your wife.
Agreed. As a woman, ask your wife how she feels. Say, hey, I know that you have this history that we've talked about. I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to fulfill you. And also, OP, ask yourself. Maybe this isn't just about your wife, and what she needs or what you think she needs. Maybe it's you thinking, I do want to spice up, our spicy sleep life.
I want to be in the hallway.
Yeah, and you can bring that up and say, hey, I've actually been thinking about that. This is something I want to try. And maybe we can find a compromise in there. But don't come to us. Go to your wife.
Let's buy a beanbag chair.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's not on the bed.
Start small. Start somewhere. Love seat,
Let's buy.
kitchen counter.
Yeah. Why am I? I was gonna make a joke.
You got any
but I can't
suggestions,
remember the name.
Sophia?
What's it called when the rollout bed?
A rollaway.
Futon?
Futon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's a
It
futon.
might.
Yeah, it's just a mat.
Yeah, Loki, yeah.
Yeah. You could buy a futon. Start there.
Guys, put some suggestions in the chat where we could start.
You could buy an air mattress, which is fun because it sinks.
So fun.
Okay. Update. Thanks for all the comments. They do help. I had been thinking lately about a friend of mine whose wife cheated on him with a younger guy at work because her spicy sleep life was dull with him. So I guess that triggered me. Eek. My wife is not ashamed of anything she's ever done. She thinks it was all fun. She got arrested on spring break one year for letting a guy go down on her in a public trolley, and she still has the mugshot?
Yeah, crime. Public fornication is a crime.
That's wild.
Were there
It's a bad
people
crime,
there?
too.
Yeah, that's how the guy...
That's a bad crime.
That's crime. And that's crime, ladies and gentlemen. That's a crime.
Why are you telling us that? That one's not even ha jokes. That's
It's always crime.
that's a really bad one.
Doing it in public is a crime. It's always a crime. It's a crime.
I think it's just showing how crazy she used to be compared to now.
Yeah, but he said she's not ashamed of anything. I hope you're ashamed of that one. I've seen it. She thinks it's funny. So it's not like she was unhappy before. She smiles when she tells me all the wild things she used to do. She also changed literally overnight. I met my wife at a bar. Her friends and mine played pool together. My friend asked for her number, which she gave. I did not think I had a shot with her, so I didn't try. So her and her friends leave the bar, go to a club where she meets another guy and has spicy sleep with him later that night. The next day, my friend calls her and she asks him for my number. She called me and the rest is history. The abruptness has always confused me. No gradual realization. She stopped cold after one date with me. I have talked about all of this with my wife, although I have never let on that I am insecure about it. Let on! Be honest. Be open.
Yeah.
You don't have to blame her for it. You don't have to be like, it's your fault that I'm insecure. You can just say, I know that you're, loyal to me and you love me and everything. I am insecure. for my own reasons. And she says a lot of the same things many of you have said. I have never asked her if I am the best she's ever had because I don't care so much about being the best, but being someone that she lusts for lack of a better term, because that's how I think about her. The woman can barely dress for work without me jumping her. She says I am that for her too, but I do wonder if she's just telling me that not to hurt my feelings, which is why I'm here asking strangers to give it to me straight. And there is a second update, but what do you think?
Giving it to you straight? Get that beanbag chair.
Get that beanbag chair. Be honest.
Get that
Be
beanbag
honest.
Yeah, are you initiating any of this or are you just expecting it?
Yeah.
Because that would probably help out too. Ooh, let's go on this weekend getaway in this fancy dancy shower. I don't know. I got one of those.
The fancy dancy shower.
Osmash says I want
And we do our no pantsy dancy in the fancy shower.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I can do that poll for you. Awesome, Ashley.
That's crazy. That's crazy, Paul. Also, I think there's a huge difference between just like general public and doing it on a bus, presumably where people saw this to the point where the police had to get involved.
There's people doing it everywhere.
Stop it. Don't do it on the bus.
The world is your oyster.
Crazy.
Can I vote? I'd like to vote. What's your vote, Dakota?
What?
Have you done it in public? Yes. Okay, Sophia?
I'm not commenting on that.
That's also a yes. We got
What?
2 yeses over here.
No,
and
it
a third.
isn't.
Oh, then a no?
No, but I'm not commenting on
Okay,
it.
it's a no. So we got 1 no, 1 yes, and another yes.
All right, update. I got a lot of comments yesterday that really helped me and actually inspired me to finally talk to my wife last night about how I have been feeling, and I wanted to share how it went. We went into why she used to act the way she did and why she chose to change. My wife has always had a high, spicy sleep drive and still does. So once she got to college, she realized that she could basically have spicy sleep with whoever she wanted to. She loved the power of being able to walk into a bar, pick out the best looking guy in the place, and know that she was going to have him if she wanted. Dang, this girl got confidence.
Dang.
Many times she did not follow through on it, and she got off on teasing them just as much. She admitted she liked the thrill of having spicy sleep where she could be seen or having it unexpectedly with someone she met through her day, but found that the high she got was not so much from the act itself. She liked the chase and the challenge more than the spicy sleep. Now, with the guys she's dated, it was different. She admitted the spicy sleep was good, but she never really found a connection with any of them. She got sick of them quick and was on to the next one. Then she met me. Now, this part is not new to me, but I will share for context. The morning after she met me, while still laying in bed next to the guy she slept with the night before, she found herself thinking about me, a guy she had only talked to for about 15 minutes the night before. We were both working in public accounting at the time at big firms, and if you know anything about those big firms, it's heck. So we talked about that and really didn't even flirt, just talked. I kissed her on our first date, and she said she knew she was done at that moment. She said it was that feeling that made her want to change. She said when she would have spicy sleep with a random guy or even wild spicy sleep with a guy she was dating, she really felt nothing afterwards, and on many occasions kind of crappy. The high before was stimulating, but it was short-lived.
Oh, interesting. Because you can only have passion for so long, and then you long for compassion.
It's nice. She said she felt happy after she kissed me, and it lasted for days. She had a crush on you. She liked you. I have actually never got into that much detail with her before last night. We have talked about it all before, but it was in the beginning of our relationship and never as deep of a conversation as last night. I had never fully understood how she could change so drastically overnight, but I think I understand a little better now. By the way, I'd understand if you listened to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
There is a little bit left to this story. Do you have any final thoughts?
I like that you guys had a deep conversation. You found out your wife has a crush
She
on
likes you.
She
This is
has
my
a big
favorite type
old
of
crush
conversation.
on you.
When my boyfriend tells me when he liked me, I love it.
Just interesting that she was like, yeah, I was just like a maniac
Yeah.
about it. And then when I realized I thought about you, I was like, I guess this is it.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm thinking about a man who's not the man next to me, who will not be the man next to me next time anyway. I now will stay with you for the rest of my life.
I kind of love that.
But
I love
only in the bed. I don't
Only
know.
in the bed.
Get
I think it's
yourself a nice little hallway.
Yeah.
Find a nice,
I don't know. Just talk
find
to
a
her about
nice
spice it
empty
up.
hallway somewhere.
Yeah, empty. If you're doing it in public, make sure there's no one around.
Don't do that. I don't know. Just
You don't want, you're telling him not to.
just live it up. Don't do the hallway. Don't do the hallway. I'm joking.
What's wrong with the hallway?
People walk on it.
Well,
Your
as long
hallway.
as it's an empty hallway.
Not the
public hallways.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, not a hallway that everyone's walking through.
Yeah. Biblioteca.
They'll walk around.
Yeah.
All right. Going back to the
There's
poll.
more.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah.
Oh, but just update on
Okay.
the poll.
What's the update?
83% of you have done it publicly.
That's
You better not have done it where people could see it.
Sophia. That's the whole point.
That's public. Someone could be there. Someone could
I
walk
hate
in on
that.
you.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna choose to believe that you guys were careful.
No, that's 83% crime.
No.
83% crime.
No.
Oh, now we're back to 80. Okay,
Okay,
that's
okay.
a little better.
Because if it's like in a bathroom stall, sure. Okay, fine.
Library.
Library, as long as no one's walking through the
No.
I can't control them. I'm just trying to tell them don't do it in front of people.
There's people.
They're adults.
People got expelled at my high school for that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Careful. All right. Now, as to why she does not want to have dirty, spicy sleep with me like she did with all the other guys she has been with is because I'm not those other guys. She saw me different from the first conversation in that bar. She doesn't want to talk dirty to me because she doesn't think dirty things when she thinks about me. Spicy sleep is not the first thing that jumps into her mind when she thinks of me.
When I think of you, I think of a
bar
hot
of soap.
cocoa with marshmallows.
I think of a nice book and a fireplace.
I think of a sea otter. I think of a cute little
Oh,
animal.
man. I am not just some tool to get a thrill, or a poodle, as she likes to call a lot of the men she dated. Then she asks, do you not want to be the exception? I told her I did, and started to feel better.
Aw.
I know it may come across as shallow, but no guy wants to be boring in bed. Safe, dependable, nice. Those are dirty words for a lot of men. We like to be desired as much as women do. We just often do not express it often. A woman that does not desire you, spicy sleepily, is just a friend. I never wanted to be that for my wife, and I have always wondered if my wife found me boring, especially given the life she led before me. Our conversation last night made me feel better. I will still wonder, but I will not as much. Later on, we had spicy sleep, and it was really good. She even talked dirty a little bit. Not too much, but enough. All right, then. Open communication for the win.
That's how we do it.
All right.
I also love that it wasn't an insecurity born of, being like, my wife shouldn't have had those experiences. I think less of her. It was literally just him being like, is she being satisfied? Am I doing enough? I like that.
Do I secretly suck? Did she go from Broncos to slow ponies? What's going on here?
What's going on?
What's going on here?
But that is the end of that story, folks. And we got another one.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Get yourself that beanbag chair.
Get yourself a beanbag chair.
Throw it down in
Or
the
a
middle
futon.
of the public square
Mm-hmm.
and say, "Everybody look away.
He cast
Everyone
the
look
ox's
away."
third base on a Ferris wheel. Does that count?
What a circus act.
I was thinking all the way. Like, have you done it all the way in public?
I think you're all right. Third base on a Ferris wheel. Unless it was really obvious, then you're not. Then I'm like,
Did you have a big O moment?
well, where were you on the top?
Did you
Were you
climax?
far away? Well,
I mean,
I'm
were you
not
at the
asking
climax
those.
of the Ferris wheel?
Okay.
That's what I'm asking.
The apex.
Were you at the top
At
of
the
the Ferris
apex
wheel? Man.
of the Ferris wheel. More like the Ferris wheel be doing it on this Ferris wheel. Ferris will be
Bueller.
taking our clothes off now.
That was good. You
Ferris
got-
will never be allowed
chops,
back
kid.
into this fair ever again.
Man. But we're gonna get that next story up.
My husband changed after he sold his dream truck for our incoming baby.
Baby can't drive.
Baby can't
The
drive that
Outback.
truck.
But can't drive a baby in the Outback.
My husband, 26 male, and I, 26 female, have been together for 4 years and married for 2 of those years. We always planned on having children, but 7 months ago, we found out it was happening a lot sooner than we imagined. By the way, this comes from user March2ndX, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Dakota,
I'm Sophia.
I'm Riley.
and we are here collectively to give you good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we do, so let us know what you would do in the comments, as OP says. He bought the truck right before we met. He loved it. I guess you could say he was even slightly obsessed with it. I knew this before we started dating, and it didn't change in the 4 years we have been together. He spent a lot of money on it and continued to spend a lot of money on it. Everything he did in his spare time had to do with his truck. All his friends are truck guys like him, and he's even in this cute little truck club. Yeah, what's the name of your truck club? The cute little truck club guys.
Cute little truck club, guys. Me
we're
and my
in the
baby are in the truck club. Maybe you should get your baby into it.
TCGs? TLTCG?
TLC.
CLTCG.
And they're like, tough love and care? No. Truck love and cars.
Since we've been together, I don't think we have taken my car anywhere. We have been together, actually. He doesn't make great money, but he likes his job and still paid his portion of everything, so I never had a problem with him spending his little bit of extra money on his truck. We found out I was pregnant, and we were both scared, shocked, and excited. A few months ago, he brought up that he doesn't know if he'll be able to afford the truck and the baby. I didn't even know if it would be practical with how big and loud the truck is. We didn't talk about it for a while, and then a few weeks ago he told me that as much as he didn't want to, he was going to try and sell the truck because the baby was getting so close. He said he couldn't afford the payments and upkeep and maintenance on the truck if we were raising a child. He was in good spirits about it and found potential buyers very quickly.
Nice.
He sold it a couple of days later for what he wanted and bought a car the next day. It's been around 3 weeks since he sold the truck, and he has changed completely.
His truck.
No. A man without his truck.
Is like a
cat without its claws.
Yeah, there we go. A dog without its balls.
Just something is innately wrong.
Yeah, that's so sad.
We are always laughing and having fun together, and I don't think I've seen him smile since. I've done everything I can think of to make him feel better and to get his mind off it, and nothing has worked. He just comes home from work and watches TV until bed. He's mopey and just drains the energy out of the room, as mean as that sounds. I asked him why he hasn't been hanging out with his friends anymore, and he told me because he sold his truck.
What friends are those?
He only hung out with his friends because they bonded over a truck.
Why didn't you just maybe sell your truck to get a different truck that is maybe more feasible to own while having a child?
Dang, man. This poor guy just doesn't have any non-truck friends.
Yeah, maybe give him, I don't know.
Maybe you could join a fishing club.
Ooh, Miss Kitty Cat says, that sounds like a horse girl life.
I guess so.
I mean, that
Car
kind of
guys
checks
and
out.
horse girls are pretty much the same thing.
So it turns out our friends were the trucks we owned along the way.
Yeah, bummer.
And without the truck, we are friendless.
Bummer.
He said everything they did was related to trucks somehow, and it wouldn't be the same. Last night, he told me he feels resentment and bitterness towards me, even though it was 100% his decision to sell the truck, and he doesn't know why he feels that way.
Yeah, that's an issue that he needs to fix.
What can I do to help him get past all this? Is he depressed? I just don't know what to do. I know it was just a truck, but it had more of an impact on him than I thought it would, and there are some relevant comments.
Well, first of all, not your problem. It wasn't anything that you did to cause it. The only thing I would suggest is just keep affirming that it is a big deal. It is a tough thing to lose. He cared about it deeply. If you can afford therapy.
Yeah.
And just say I really understand that you sacrificed this thing that you care a lot about. But remember, we're doing this for our baby that we're raising. And
having a baby.
Yeah.
And if your truck friends were only friends when you had the truck, are they really your friends?
That's a good question.
Like what else you couldn't pull up at an outing?
Yeah.
Without your truck, without it just being like, oh, check out Bozo over here without his
Doesn't
truck.
have his truck.
Having a baby, so he got rid of his truck. Bozo status.
Loser.
I wonder what kind of truck it was. I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay, I found some optics. Okay, keep going.
There are some comments. Panic Bread says, sounds like it was a huge mistake to sell that truck. People don't have the ability to give up who they are just because they have children. Maybe he wouldn't have had the money to keep it in tip-top shape, but who cares? Encourage him to take some of the money from the sale and buy a less expensive truck. OP replies, yeah, I know he regrets it, but he had an $800 monthly payment on it, plus everything else. Oh my God, what truck did he buy?
That's expensive.
I know what truck he bought. I won't say it though, because no free sponsors. I asked him why he didn't get an older and less expensive truck, and he said he would rather just have a car than downgrade from his dream truck. That's silly. You're downgrading anyway.
Yeah.
You downgraded to a car. Just if you're a truck nut, downgrade to a different truck.
That doesn't have $800
silly boy.
$800 monthly payments.
Silly boy. I'm hoping he has a change of heart and decides to sell or trade the car in for a more affordable truck. He should 1,000% just do that.
Yeah, just do that. And then you can go hang out with your truck friends again.
Crazy Mike says, sounds like he not only gave up his truck, but also his social circle. Being cut off from your friends feels incredibly lonely. Maybe reach out to his truck buddies for some ideas on how to re-engage him into their circle. Maybe they can find a project truck they can all work on together. If he's close with them, then surely even they don't want him to just disappear. OP replies, they have reached out to him to come hang out and such, but he said he would feel weird and kind of uncomfortable doing the kind of stuff they did before and not having his own truck.
My guy, you just do it.
My sympathy is gone for this man.
Yeah, what were you guys doing with those trucks that you have to have your own truck to do?
It's like, I just would feel weird if it wasn't my truck.
Yeah, I would just feel weird because when we would kiss and stuff, like we would always be like on the side of my truck.
Yeah.
We would kiss and
I don't
hug
have
and
those
dance and
memories
frolic.
anymore.
Come on, like
Yeah.
at this point, you're he's doing it to himself.
Yeah.
He's throwing himself a little pity party
He is.
over
and
something
he's about
he
to be a parent.
100% did to himself.
Mhm.
But at
No
least
one
it
asked him
sounds
to
like
do
he
that.
knows that.
Yeah.
He's like, I am feeling resentment towards you, and I know that I did this.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I'm just grappling with that. Brother, the solution is just getting the truck.
Just
Get a truck.
Or hang out with your friends without the truck.
Yeah.
One of those.
What kind of truck did the husband had? He had a Ram 3500 Cummins. I hope he comes around and becomes okay with getting a smaller, maybe inferior truck.
Yeah, so this is the one he had, Dakota?
Yeah, that's a $70,000 truck.
Yeah, and then I was thinking he could get a truck like this.
Yeah,
Ford Ranger.
Little truck. Little reasonable
Toyota
truck.
Tacoma. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just a downgrade. Something that has 2 doors still, so you
Yeah.
can put the baby in there.
Get that baby in there.
And there's a last comment from OP here. Thanks for all the feedback and advice. We have a doctor's appointment today, and I'm going to try to talk to him more about it after. And there's an update. It just sounds so like simple that the solution
sounds
to this
like
is he just
yeah.
buys another truck and stops being a baby.
And I think he knows that. And I'm hoping that he takes like another week to mope and then kind of gets back on his feet.
Can't be a baby when you got one on the way.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't have 2 babies.
I don't know. He gave up. He sacrificed a lot for himself for a kid. It's tough. He can bounce
Absolutely.
back.
Which is why I'm hoping that like maybe in a week he'll be fine.
Dakota has no sympathy for this man.
Get a Toyota Hilux. 1985 Toyota Hilux. Will never treat you wrong. Update 3 weeks later. I wanted to post an update because it's nice reading positive outcomes on here. I got a lot of responses and it really helped me better understand what he was going through. We were finally able to have a good talk about it. He told me what a lot of you said, that the truck was his identity and part of who he was.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Which, come on, man. Like, honestly, I get it to some extent, but like, if your whole identity is an object, I don't know. That seems like flimsy.
Yeah.
If I took the sawmill away from my grandpa, I feel like he'd have a hard time adjusting.
But that's more like if you took away, like, he was a mechanic and he sold his business.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't
that's, you know.
I think
Okay, a chainsaw. He sold all his chainsaws.
But the thing to me that's getting me is he could have just gotten a different
Yeah.
truck, but he instead went all the way to car, knowing that he would have this kind of response.
I don't think he did know he would have this kind of response. I think he was happy and then he was like, my truck. It's like, this is such a niche reference. Not that niche, but in Boy Meets World, one of the characters, Topanga, she's trying to teach Corey, the main character, this lesson about like your appearance, your outward appearances don't matter, and I don't really care about my appearance. And so she has very long hair. She just cuts it. She's like, see, I'm fine. And then a minute later, she's like, and I feel like that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, my truck.
You should have just bought an old Toyota, my guy.
I think he'll get over it.
I told him I knew he didn't want that car he bought, and he told me I was right. We talked more and eventually figured out something that would work. He sold the car he had, and we agreed he could just use mine. Our schedule works out to where he could take me to work and pick me up on time. It wasn't a big hassle, and I was going on maternity leave soon anyways.
Wait, so now both of you just don't have a car? Or I mean,
I think they're getting
you
to
only
a
have one
game plan
car?
here in a
Okay,
second.
okay.
Yeah,
He's, I think, selling his car and gonna use it to
to save up for a new one.
maybe.
truck.
Okay. Okay.
By the way, you can listen to full episodes with stories just like this on your favorite podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search OK Storytime, and there's a little bit more of this story here. He found a totaled truck for sale, and the engine was still in good condition. It was the engine he wanted. He bought the truck for what was supposedly a really good deal, and him and a couple friends ripped everything out that he needed and got rid of the body.
And now he has a little project to work on with his
Yes.
friends.
The engine is in our garage now. It took him a couple weeks, but he found a truck to put the engine into, and him and a friend are going to pick it up this weekend.
Aw.
He's back to his old self again, and baby's going to be here soon, and we couldn't be more excited.
Aw.
And that's the end of that story. Yay!
See, there was a solution.
All you had to do was overhaul
All
a
you had to
truck.
do was get another truck.
It's my one of my favorite terms and words.
Get another truck.
When you overhaul. Overhaul is when you take an engine and you replace the engine. You overhaul.
That's cool. Didn't know that.
That's so cute. I love it. It's a southerner's little dream.
Oh, he got a little baby. He got a truck.
Hey, he's got 2 babies now, and one is in the shape of an 8-cylinder V8.
But that's the end of that story, and we've got another one coming right up. My husband thinks I'm lazy for doing everything while he does nothing.
What is this, opposite day?
And this comes directly from the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I, 36 female, have been married to my husband, 39 male, for around 7 years. I met my husband while he was in the military, and I had, up until the last 2 years, made as much or more money than him. I also did most of the cooking, cleaning, and general home duties, as well as looking after our 3 young kids, 6 and under. By the way, this comes from Apprehensive Hat 2372, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKstorytime subreddit. I'm Sophia.
I'm Dakota.
I'm Riley.
And we're here to give good advice goofily, but we don't have all the answers. We only know what we'd do. So let us know what you would do in the comments. And OP says, luckily with the money I was making, I was able to hire a weekly cleaner, as well as a nanny for a few hours a day to take care of the kids. The evening routine, dinner, bath, teeth, book, and bed has always been my job.
Everyone knows. Dinner, bath, teeth, book, bed.
Dinner, bath, teeth, book, bed. No matter how busy I was with work, because my husband doesn't like doing it. He has a short temper with the kids, so I generally am their default parent.
Oh, that's concerning.
That's a little concerning. You're the default parent because he has a short temper with your children?
He needs to work on that.
Yeah. We had some issues in our relationship a few years ago because I was so burnt out and overwhelmed with taking care of everyone, on top of a job where it's common to work evenings and weekends in real estate. I didn't get days off between work and the kids. Fast forward to last year, my husband retired from the military and got a high-paying job. We decided I would stop working and focus on our side incomes. We had a couple of rental properties and recently purchased a franchise, which unfortunately is yet to break ground. We agreed that I could do online school to get my MBA because it would benefit our new business. In addition, I would be the main caretaker for our kids and the home. I'm also the sole caretaker of our dog and cats and literally do everything around the house, including taking out the trash, changing light bulbs, and more. My husband is not handy. What can your husband do? Anything?
Apparently, he can go to work and get paid.
And make more kids.
How's he in the military and
Yeah.
he's not handy?
So anything I can't do myself, I have to hire out. I also take care of all of our finances, pay our bills, handle our budgets, big purchases, investments, and rentals.
You know, it's circling back to the handiness and not being able to do things. You know, YouTube has a lot of great videos on how to do stuff around the house.
I also manage all of the kids' sports, doctor appointments, school matters, and other logistics. Literally, what does he do? I wake up before my husband in the morning to make him his coffee and breakfast so it's ready for him. This girl also works.
Yeah.
You also work and you do everything. I also wake up early with the kids every weekend, letting them sleep in on Saturdays and Sundays. The trade-off for this was supposed to be that I get a midday nap. I only occasionally get to take these naps, and if I do, it's followed by my husband immediately needing a nap or a break from the kids. So he'll stay in our bedroom for the rest of the day.
Oh my God! Does he hate his own
I think
children?
he does not like his kids.
He's gotta get. That's a problem.
Yeah. Occasionally, he'll do a weekend walk with the kids or some kind of outdoor activity, but it almost always means I won't see him for the rest of the day so he can get his break. Now, my husband has just been given an amazing job opportunity, which will allow him to work remotely on top of a higher salary. He even mentioned to me that now he would be able to help a little more with some of the extra tasks I've been piling on, like calling contractors for things he wants built at our house and taking kids to their evening sports. The problem is that since I stopped working, He literally doesn't lift a finger to help me with anything. He acts like because he makes so much money, he shouldn't have to do anything else. He barely plays with our kids, leaves piles of dirty clothes all over the house, leaves his dirty dishes in random places, doesn't do laundry, doesn't do dishes, doesn't cook, doesn't meal plan, get groceries, take the trash out, feed the animals, help pick up after the kids, help with dinner, bath, teeth, bed. Is this a Dr. Seuss book now? Of all the things he can't do? All the places that you're not helping out.
He doesn't help with dinner, bath, teeth, bed. Maybe he helps with book.
Oh,
And sleep.
He reads a story every once in a while.
unless I specifically tell him I'm not feeling well and ask him to do one of those things. I feel like I'm constantly cleaning, cooking, or hearing, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," while my husband just sits on the couch and plays on his phone. If I tell him I need help with the kids, he just yells at them.
Nah, that's
I feel like this is over.
out of all of the stuff, like his inability to just be like a father
Yeah.
that can interact with his children, that is very not sustainable to me.
No.
I don't know. I can't imagine being with a partner where it's like if I had my wife just like didn't like our kids or like
Yeah.
couldn't deal with our kids. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I think I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And then like you can just, if you can't stand the kids so bad, you can use that big money job that you have to pay alimony,
Yeah.
and you know, I'll just take care of the kids.
Absolutely. If he's feeling extra rested, he may get a random burst and play with the kids for 5 minutes before he disappears to the bathroom or our bedroom for the foreseeable future. Last night, we got into a huge fight because he asked me to do the benefits enrollment for his new job.
Bro.
That's
Now he can't even do
you.
his job?
That's your new job.
Now he can't even do that?
Come on, man. You can't even do paperwork. What do you do?
I said that he could do that during his working hours since it's part of his job. I also said I didn't know how our benefits had changed in the last year since he had retired from the military and needed to look into that before doing the enrollment for his new job. He gave me an absolutely disgusted look and said he couldn't believe I didn't know what benefits we had.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little busy taking care of every single thing.
I said I have struggled with getting answers from the new insurance company and that it's difficult to do with my constant to-do list, which is 100 miles long and kids being loud in the background. He gave me the same disgusted look like I was a lazy POS for even suggesting he find out our benefit situation. I told him I don't like how disrespectful he was being and that I have 100 things on my plate and he has plenty of time to do it himself. I listed all of the things above that I do daily, and he made the comment that if I was actually taking care of the house, it would be a lot more organized than it is.
Bro.
Oh, well, maybe if I had a little bit of help from, I don't know, my husband.
Maybe if you took care of the kids ever and didn't just yell at them. Yeah, wow. OP, I just remembered because someone said in the chat that you are one of our own. So unless he has a huge change of heart after you guys have a conversation about this, it is not looking good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe therapy. I don't know.
I like, yeah, you can try couples counseling, and if he's not receptive to it, it's like, dude, I can't be with somebody who
Doesn't do anything.
doesn't want to help me, his wife, his partner, doesn't want me to have, you know, where it's like well, this is what you deserve because I make all of the money.
Yeah.
So since you don't make money like I do, you deserve to have all of this stress piled up on you. But like,
Yeah.
dude, if you can't get along with the kids, I'm not having you in the house with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Our house can get a bit messy. We have 3 kids under 6, but I'm constantly cleaning and picking up, and it's honestly 100 times tidier than most of our friends' houses with young kids. I don't feel like our house is bad at all, but he has some OCD behavior about everything needing to be in its place. But he won't help at all with making this an actual reality.
Then that's not OCD.
Yeah. He will literally just step over toys, clothes, dishes that our kids have put in random places. He says the messiness affects his mood and stresses him out.
Oh.
Then clean it.
I feel like if that was true,
You would clean it. His comments felt so disrespectful, but I'm not sure if I'm just tired and overreacting. Again, you're
it
underreacting.
doesn't feel like you're overreacting.
I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel like what I'm doing is ever enough. I could bend over backwards and it's still not enough for him. Whenever I try to discuss how I feel, he locks onto one thing I say that I've worded incorrectly and hyper focuses on it, turning it against me rather than actually listening to how I'm feeling. Tonight, it was sometimes I feel like you don't lift a finger around the house.
Bro.
Yeah, and then he's going to be like, oh, so I've never done anything ever? I've never done anything ever, you're saying.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because I've done things.
No, he's saying that to OP.
Oh.
Yeah. He's saying, I feel like you don't lift a finger around that. Oh, no, you're right. Sorry. Okay, that was OP saying that. And then he responds, I don't lift a finger? Never? Don't lift a finger, huh? Wait, that is exactly what you just said.
Yeah, that's textbook.
Yeah, that was really obvious. And completely disregarded everything else I said. Yeah. He then used it as an opportunity to insult me because I put sometimes I feel like in front of it. Sometimes I feel like that I should be more organized since you're home all day.
But see how that was a discussion we had where it's like, okay, you can stay home and focus on the side stuff while I go to work since I get paid more now. Now you want to turn around and turn that into like it's a personal failing that you're home all day. And so because you were personally failing, you deserve to have to deal with all this, and I shouldn't have to help you at all.
He does this every single time I try to express how much I need his help and how much I have on my plate between the MBA program, which is an accelerated program, running our investment properties, and looking after the kids and home. Our oldest is in full-time school, but our younger two are only in school for 2 to 3 hours a day. And with drive time, that leaves me very little time to get things done in peace. He constantly casually brings up more stuff I should do since I don't work. We bought a chicken coop and he wants me to take care of chickens.
Oh my God.
He wants a livestock guardian puppy, so both of those will be extra things I have to take care of. He wants me to grow a garden, which I would like as well, but he puts that solely on me, not something we can do together. He wants me to take a sourdough baking class when I just learned how to make regular bread and was super proud of myself, but he dismissed my accomplishment.
He's like, if it's not sourdough, it's not bread.
It's not even bread. You don't even know how to make a sourdough starter. He just has all of these extra things that he feels I should be doing on top of the expectation of a perfect house. By the way, I expect you guys to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There is a little bit left to this story, but what are your final thoughts?
Love should not be a scoreboard.
So hard. Yeah.
And the fact that we have come to the point of we have to bring up the scoreboard to settle things, it just shows how far away you guys are actually from like a baseline of a supportive marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're in pretty dire straits here. I think some serious, like, where do we go from here type conversations need to be had if he's not going to make any changes to help you, because you deserve, no matter what kind of money you're making, you guys are married and you deserve somebody who's down to help you with your shared life together.
Absolutely.
It literally says in the vows for richer or poorer. So, you can't just be like, well, you don't work, so I can order you around like a servant.
No.
That's not how that works.
But there is a little bit left. The crazy thing is that he has been alone with the kids for a week this past summer. He didn't do any laundry, only got takeout, didn't do any cleaning, and the kids all went to a full-day summer camp, so he still had it easy. He can't even cook for his kids, and yet seems to think I'm not doing enough. How do I communicate to him that I am not his workhorse and that I need to be able to express that I am overwhelmed without having it blow up in my face as a huge fight? Help, please.
I don't know if you can have a conversation.
It sounds like it sounds like you've been trying to have this conversation and he just refuses to have it.
He just shuts you down. And I think if you try to have a conversation and he still shuts you down, then couples therapy. And if that doesn't work, maybe this relationship isn't, gonna work.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Sad.
Yeah.
Very sad. But that is the end of that story and the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you and see you tomorrow.
Hey, don't leave yet. We've got some stories that we think you might enjoy. So stay tuned for the next one.
My boyfriend tried to test me with my dog. I'm choosing the dog over him.
Good. Bark.
Set your priorities straight. My dog is a little crap. I, female 35, love the booger. But my goodness, Last week, she got out of the backyard while I was busy cooking my boyfriend's dinner for his birthday. My boyfriend Mike, M40, let the dog out during this time and didn't stay out with the digging a-hole. When I went back to call her in, she was nowhere to be found. I live in an active city on an active road, and I naturally was worried about her. But my boyfriend said she should be fine, as we are well known in the neighborhood for our clockwork walks, and someone will see her and bring her back. I would be getting out of your chair. If your dog is not around in an active city,
Bark. Freaking bark.
I went out to look for her anyway, but couldn't find her. By the way, this comes from As Gay as the Day Monday on the r/BRUO updates on the subreddit. We rock with the gays. I didn't find her for 48 hours and was crying from the stress. She's been my dog for 7 years, and I know it sounds odd to some, but she was my girl, my bestie. I loved the crap out of her. I would sob worrying she was injured or worse on the side of the road.
That's not good.
Not
I don't
good
like
at
that.
all.
I don't like that.
Boyfriend said he tried to track the microchip, but for some reason it wouldn't work, and her lease had a tag on it with her location, but boyfriend didn't put it on her because as he explained, she's just going outside. I have a new neighbor, a female 30-something, Josie, and turned out she had my dog. She found her tagless wandering around her yard 3 doors down from me and didn't know her or me at all, so took her to the local vet who recognized my girl and called me. So my little crap was returned to me. I was overjoyed and was thanking Josie profusely, explaining how worried I was, and my boyfriend audibly sighed from behind me and said, well, thank F, that's over. She ruined my birthday with that stunt. When Josie saw him, she looked confused but didn't say anything until we walked her out. She told me, you may not believe me, but he told me last night that you don't have pets. I was confused by this and kind of didn't believe her, but it nagged at me, so I checked our doorbell cam footage, and there it was, clear as day. While I was looking out for my dog, Josie is showing him a photo and asking if he knew this dog, and he said no, that we don't have dogs, and suggested calling animal control. I woke my boyfriend up as he was asleep by this point on the couch and questioned him about this, and he denied it, saying Josie is trying to stir up trouble. I have my dog, so things go back to normal now, and he slipped up in that he deserves a makeup day for his ruined birthday. When I told him about the footage, I could see him get really still, and then he admitted to it. He said my dog is old. She's 8. So he was trying to spare me since she'd probably die soon. And he wants us to think about the future, not the past. My dog is indicative of my past. I told him he has made 0 sense to me. He saw me dang near fall apart, worried about my dog. And now I can't so much as trust he didn't have anything more to do with her disappearing.
OP's like 35, right?
Yeah, 30.
So her partner's around the same age, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna die soon, so we might as well just put you out of your misery.
I think he's 38.
Oh yeah,
She's
even more
35. He's 40.
All right, let's put you out of your misery because you're the same age as the dog. Let's put you out of your misery right now. Let's do it. Let's put a chip in you and forget to put your collar on and get you lost and put you out of your misery.
He lost it at that, saying he just knew I would find a way to blame him for this, and shouted, "You love that bee more than you love me." I told him that he's the bee and a coward for lying and not being honest about clearly not liking my dog for the past year.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
And what I'm seeing here for the past year,
Yes.
she's had the dog for 8, and she's been with Mike for a year.
You ain't got that tenure, bro.
Dude, we already know.
We already know what's going to happen.
We already know, man. Then I asked him to leave. He stared at me like, you're really going to kick me out over a dog? I said, absolutely.
Yes. Freak yeah.
To the streets.
To the freaking streets.
And he cussed me out and went to his place. I haven't read the text he's been sending me, but it's been a lot of them. He's been gone for 7 hours, and I have 27 text notifications from him. He's talked to my brother, Blair, who called me to tell me that I hurt Mike for caring more about an animal than him and not being able to just shut the F up, be an adult, and celebrate my birthday. Okay, Blair,
Whose side are you on?
whoever gets the news first is going to believe it first.
The narrative has been painted.
Yep, the narrative has been painted. I am confused because we've been together a bit over a year, and I spoiled the crap out of him. We met because of my dog.
Just throw this guy in a sewer. Just freaking euthanize him and throw him in a sewer. Give him to the gators.
And he seemed to really adore her this entire time.
Psychopath.
My brother, though, doesn't like me these days, so I can't really tell if he's right and I'm the a-hole, or he and Mike are just an a-holes. So am I the a-hole? Got some relevant comments here. Hope you're not the a-hole.
No.
Come on.
Dude, this guy, I hate him.
Snake dog.
The fact that it's almost more sinister that he like pretended to like the dog so much and like manipulated OP into believing that he was like, oh, he loves the dog so much.
I bet you they met at like a dog park.
And he literally hates dogs.
He read at some like article and was like, how to meet girls, go to dog parks. Relevant comments. Montreal Cowboy X, not the a-hole. I'm not even a dog person, but he knew you were upset and heartbroken, and he decided for you that it was better for him. That's just a-hole behavior. She's Oddly Mary says, I'm a little confused. You said he liked her, and what do you mean when you say he was good to you before? Is this a sudden change? Sorry, it was just that he was sweet, really sweet, and then when we met, he first went to her and pet her and complimented her, how cute she was and how well trained. His brother is a vet, and he said he loves dogs. He used to run me baths, hype me up, come to events for me, and now he is like this. So something's happened.
And he said his brother was a vet?
Yeah, dude, who knows if that's real or not?
Oh,
Because he's a psychopath, dude.
He'll say and do anything to make himself seem like, oh my gosh, it's like the greatest guy ever. And then.
But we have an update, ladies and gentlemen. Here we freaking
Is he still
go.
alive? That's a problem for me. That's a big problem for me.
That's over this.
I don't
man.
like it.
He's like, you
I
hate
don't like
dogs.
it, dude.
I hate
Don't
you.
mess with the dogs, dude.
Don't mess with the dogs.
Don't mess with my dog.
2 days later, after my post, my boyfriend showed up at my door the next day with flowers and dog treats.
Yeah, you can eat them. Enjoy. Sam ate dog food, by the way.
I didn't let him in, but talked through my screen door. He said he had time to think and was ashamed of his behavior and very sorry. He explained that he had abandonment issues and got scared when a friend put the idea in his head that I love my dog more than him. The friend turns out to be my brother, Blair.
What is up with his terrible brother?
I told him I wasn't ready to deal with him yet, and he asked, why not? And I explained from my perspective everything sort of like my last post, and then added that he shows up without letting me know he was coming, and he didn't even let me speak. It just launched into this grand apology. Fair. When I said I don't trust him right now, he started crying, and I mean ugly, hysterical kind. He said this stemmed from his mother leaving the family. Why are we getting this kind of lore right now? He said it stemmed from his mother leaving the family. From what I know of the story, she walked out on him and his family when he was 13.
That's awesome.
And that I am his person and he loves me and just lost his mind a little. It's one mistake. One. I'm sorry. He kept saying it over and over, and maybe I'm a broken person, but I don't feel anything in the moment. I watched him crying and saying sorry and basically groveling, and I just wasn't having any of it. I said we need to talk, but I wasn't ready to have that talk at the moment and needed space. He begged me to let him in and only left when some neighbors come by to ask if everything was okay, and he just snapped and told them to F off and left. Red flag. Not sure what I'm even doing anymore or what I will do with him or my brother. For now, I'm just sitting at a local restaurant patio with my doggo, sipping margaritas and trying not to cry. WTF. Relevant comments. She Chaotic Good 6599 says, so I'm going to be a little mean and harsh here, and I apologize in advance for that, but I saw your first post before this update. Just ain't crap right now. Not sure what I'm even doing anymore or what I will do with him or my brother. What you do with him? You leave him. This man lied to you about your neighbor, and for that much, how sure are you that he doesn't harm your dog? He seems unstable and has resentment about her clearly. Yeah, how can you have resentment towards a dog?
I feel like this is emblematic of a serious mental issue.
Oh, yeah. This man is manipulating you. If he has trauma, he can get therapy, but that doesn't excuse trying to get rid of your beloved pet and make the day about his stupid GD birthday. He doesn't treat you with respect and thinks flowers will fix it, if not guilting you by his sob story of his mom leaving you. I added that part. God, I am so made for you and your dog right now. I can barely stand it. And please, for the love of all things holy, do not give her those treats.
Oh.
Oh!
Whoa.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about that at all.
I would
That's
not.
a great call, commenter.
Oh,
That's a
my
clutch comment right there. That's a real one.
I would not trust that he didn't put something harmful in them to further endanger your girl. This guy sounds crazy enough to do it. They probably smell like chocolate too, or grapes. So here's where I will be harsher. Baby girl, woman up and dump his butt.
I like that. I like that.
I have a sweet partner that I adore, but if he did this, I would kick him several curbs and I would put him on blast about it so everyone we know is aware that he is an animal abuser who gaslights and disrespects women.
Facts. That part. It is so insane to let an innocent animal get lost to pass away.
Oh, yeah.
No one in their right mind would ever intentionally, and it's intentional because he lost a dog and then they called him like, we found him. He's like, we don't have a dog.
Yep.
It is clear he didn't want the dog.
I've never
to come
seen
back.
that thing in my life.
That is insane.
Dude, golly.
You got problems, buddy.
OP, sorry, this was a little upsetting. Honestly, not as harsh as I expected, LOL. If this is your harsh, I think you're likely a sweet person.
Oh.
I wanted to address at least some of your comment, but full disclosure, some really bothered me, and I can't quite take that on yet, but I'm starting to agree with the folks in the comments that my boyfriend is actually my ex. So here goes nothing, maximum effort. So she's coming to the realization it's time.
It's time. It's time. Dump him.
Redditor, God only knows what would have happened if your vet didn't recognize your dog to steer Josie back to talk to you again, or if you were not home and your hopefully soon-to-be ex told her again that you don't have animals. She's responding to that. I think a lot about this. Josie is a kind human, and I don't know that she's a lifelong dog lover and adopter. She just lost both of her Labradors very suddenly, and my booger also loves her a lot and gets all excited every time she walks by my house, which turns out is a lot as she walks to clear her head when her job gets too stressful. In my mind, I have rolled every scenario of where my dog was and what happened to her the whole time I couldn't find her. My brain even went into dark directions and I was a wreck, and my boyfriend was just so dismissive of my concerns.
Yup.
Didn't even try to console her.
Yup. Doesn't care.
What the heck?
Doesn't care. He just likes manipulating you, playing with your emotions, and
Getting rid of your dog
getting rid of your dog.
on his birthday. Getting rid of your dog on his birthday.
If I was able to spend my birthday with Chip and Ava, I would be so thrilled.
So thrilled.
You don't even understand how happy I would be. I would literally be like, what more do I need?
It doesn't make any sense because even if you wanted to get rid of the dog, your partner's dog, you want to do it on your birthday because you want your birthday to be good. Like, and she's going to be obviously upset that the dog's gone.
But he's that like evil and manipulative that he's like, this is my birthday present to myself. Yeah, that's how evil he is. That's why I say dump him in a sewer where the alligators are.
There we go. Crocodiles. Crocodiles are worse than alligators.
Crocodiles, bro. Give me whatever dinosaur will rip him to shreds and let me throw him in that and watch with his mom who abandoned him
Ugh.
like he deserved. It's awesome.
Evil. I mean, she could have been run over by a car, could have eaten something that could have made her horribly sick, anything. Playing it back now, remembering all he said and did during this time, I just don't like this guy, and I have a hard time ever trusting him again. I'm getting to the revengeful part of my brain and can't even start. Tequila is a heck of a thing, and I think it's contributing to me wanting to do things I would never dream to most of the time.
Do it. Do it. Listen to the tequila.
Leave him like his mother.
Drink the tequila. Leave him like his mother. Ay, 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 ay.
I sit there with my baby, my sweet girl, who looks at me with such unfiltered love and devotion. I can't even imagine trusting her with a man who cared so little about her that he would toss her to fate. And please, for the love of God, of holy things, don't give her those treats. I toss them out like the dumpster out. I sadly had the same concern. I forgot to mention in my post, but he tried to call my dog over and open the door to give her the treats. So the box was open when I opened the first door to speak to him. I have no way of knowing for sure if he wants to see her harmed, so I don't know what's in that box. So I tossed it. We have an update 3 weeks later. How we feeling? Do we press charges? We don't have anything to press charges on.
I just want him to suffer as much as possible, you know?
I saw something online where this woman was going to the airport and asked her boyfriend verbally, can you take care of my dogs while I'm gone so I can go to the airport? Boyfriend didn't show up. She went to civil court and sued him. She had to like buy a new plane ticket, had to like do something with her Airbnb and sue him for all that.
This too, because like that's like negligence.
Yeah.
If he like forgot or whatever.
Yeah.
This is like premeditated.
It is premeditated because 1, the treats, 2, he put her out in the streets, lied about it, and 3, I think he didn't even put the collar on it and lied about the tracker, even if there was a tracker.
Yeah. I'd be curious to at least research to see if there is something we could do.
I agree.
We just got to make him suffer. That's the goal.
What do you think, Angie?
I think that Reddit is gonna like spark up my trust issues again. Like, because,
Oh no, Angie, no!
Because what? Like the fact that he was just like such a good person. How long were they together? Do we know?
Just a year.
A year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. We've only been
okay.
together for like 8 months. It's okay. We're not that point.
He's like, we still got a few good months before it all goes
Before your
down.
children crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, okay. I guess it'd be worse like if they were together for longer. But like, still, it's like she thought he was such a good person, and then all of a sudden he's doing this crazy stuff. That would be really interesting to see if like you could press charges or something like that.
Piggy the Slayer says, in most U.S. states, animal abuse is considered as a crime and is treated as a felony or misdemeanor.
But like, we don't have like strict evidence though. I don't see any like super
The evidence
contract.
is he answered the phone and said, I don't have a dog.
Yeah, you have the video.
Yeah, but a lawyer could spin it and be like, well, he doesn't have a dog.
We've got witnesses. We maybe have it, probably don't. We maybe have a tape recording of that call, but the Josie, the vet, can corroborate that story. I say we go for it.
Say we go for it.
I say we go for it. Actually, you should drop it because just get him out of your life
Just get him out of your life.
in
Yeah.
actuality. But I do want to see him suffer, but it's not worth it. That's my real advice.
Update. Hi. It's your messy friend with her super wiener eggs. Not super wiener in the fun sense. Not in the fun sense. I don't much want to get into that, but it kind of needed to vent to someone. And some of you, most of you, have been really helpful, insightful, and so kind. Mike has been weaving the narrative that I am mentally ill. Bro is so projecting right now. He knows I suffer from depression and PTSD, and for whatever reason, he's saying I am/was a misdiagnosed schizophrenic. He's just throwing that into her face. It was relentless. And Blair and Dad have been backing him.
Dude, whose side are you on? Fuck! God, you're my own family! Jesus Christ!
It got to the point that I had enough and hired a lawyer.
What did I say?
Dude, we were about to get some money.
Did I say?
How much money you want out of this, John?
Dude, I just want him to suffer. I don't even want any money. I don't even care.
So his bank account.
Oh, actually, I would sue him for all of his money
Okay.
and donate it to like,
Yeah. If his brother's actually a vet, would donate it to one of the charities he likes.
that would be awesome.
Cease and desist and one restraining order. My father is such a psycho. Long story. Pin it. Later, and Mike is back on my doorstep. He's now demanding that Booger is his dog too, and he has rights to her, and he is worried about her safety with such a mentally unstable person, me it seems. So I said, oh, did I mention this is all through the door cam? That I now have footage again of him being the unstable one and his weird manipulative threat on top of me having actual footage of him saying he doesn't have a pet would debunk him. I guess so. This is phenomenal. I don't know all of what happened because feed cut out, but it looks like the man lost his effing mind and dismantled my Ring camera. You can definitely sue for that. At least without my other cameras, he did not know where, then installed showing him doing so. Good thing I have a lawyer. So she put up other cameras and got other angles of it.
Ooh.
Dude, that would make a fire TikTok video.
That's awesome. I love that.
You want some of your money back? Post it on TikTok.
Create a multi-part series.
Do a get it ready with me so you can pass 10,000 followers so you can start monetizing your content and then post the video of it.
Do one of these. Yeah, Angie, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched my girlfriend's TikTok feed. They're all, hey girlies, I got my new nail kit. I'm putting like charms on my nails that are hanging off of them. Like,
Yeah. I was thinking of ASMR.
You just like ASMR story time, start whispering the story.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking
another
about.
one? No. They just get things and they're just like they click their nails on all
That's
the things. that they
ASMR.
buy.
Yeah.
But like they're like it's like unboxing and they're just like each thing they open they like click and then they go and
Yes. You had nails at some point. Did you have the feeling to click them on everything? Because I sure did whenever I did my nails.
You know, I hadn't seen enough of that content on Nima's feed yet at that point.
You were doing a lot of this when you had your nails.
Oh, I did a lot of this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Miss my nails.
All right, relevant comments. Ambassador, Messi, please save the despairing comments for the vulnerable dog you named Booger. I mean, no disrespect. I expect you to continue to use your self-deprecating humor. Good thing I have a lawyer. That you say nothing about the lawyer, just that this is an asset, tells me that you are nowhere close to mentally unstable. Facts. I assume you told your attorney precisely why he's an ex. Flawless May sounds like things are still messy and stressful, but it's good that you are taking steps to protect yourself with the lawyer and additional cameras. Hang in there and keep us updated. We got an update 1.5 weeks later.
Let's go. See what we got.
This is 7 weeks after original post. Oh my gosh. This is going to be long, and I am so effing livid.
Oh.
Has it been 2 weeks? But this, a single effing day after my last post, I was packing up for an impromptu trip. Arara was taking me on parlay to help me relax and partly to get me the heck out of that dang house so my father, brother, and ex would not know where I was. As such, I got Booger to the groomers. We planned to be away a while, and she was due anyway. I thought I was being a responsible dog mom. I am an idiot because I was so frazzled about everything else, I completely forgot to tell them that Mike is not permitted anymore to pick her up.
Oh.
No.
That's very bad. That's very, 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 very bad.
So I got to run errands while Booger got her spa treatments. Don't you dare judge me. She deserves a spa treatment every once in a while. Being a couch potato is so stressful, grueling work, you know. And when I return, I am told by the front desk that your husband picked her up.
Oh, God.
What the heck? Oh my gosh. I'm seeing no's everywhere.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad.
Dude, I'm stressing for you right now.
Same.
I swear to you, my voice simply stopped existing. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. I just crumbled to the ground and sobbed. He knew the groomer, knew the staff. He would sometimes pick her up for me when we were together, and I didn't protect my baby by preempting this. How could I have been so effing stupid? His life mission is getting rid of her. It should have been one of the first things I did. I removed him everywhere else.
How did he know that she was at the groomers?
He's stalking her. He's a psychopath.
Dude, you're right. You're right.
He's got Blair on the case. He's got the father on the case. He's on the case. He's got 3 people on this, dude.
You're right.
He's trying to get rid of this dog. What did Booger do? What did Booger do to you?
Nothing. She's just being a good girl. Good doggy. Give her pets, not death.
The staff had come around the desk to help me to a chair, and I just wailed. I think I managed to say enough. The police were called, and I could barely speak to them. They asked if there was someone I could call, any family. I cried even more.
Definitely don't call my dad and brother. Don't call them because they ain't going to help.
I would call them in so they can be like prosecuted and interrogated. Be like, hey.
Yeah, put them in a lineup.
Yeah. Maybe get Blair because Blair and Mike seem to be friends, and then be like, ransom Blair. Be like, hey.
Yeah, it's like set it like a sting, like a trap.
Yep. I have no one. If anything, my father and maybe brother would help Mike do this. I managed to think and call Arya, and she was on her way, but it was then I looked at my phone. He had texted me. The effer actually texted me, starting with, hi, baby, as if everything that happened in this time was absolutely non-existent. He said not to worry, he has Booger, as he picked her up for you, and he is cooking us dinner at his, and I can pick her up after dinner. Then he ended it with, love you. It was so uneffing believable, I could only just show the cops. Holy cow. He's going to get rid of you and the dog. He's going to try to get rid of both of you. I have a horrible thought, and I can't say it.
I think I know what your thought is
Oh
because I
my
had the
gosh.
same thought.
I don't know what the thought is. You want to share?
What is he cooking for dinner?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I've been here since 12 today, and John and I
We are
are ending the day dark.
8.5 hours deep. And here
Oh
I
my
thought, I was
God.
like, oh, a dog story. Finally.
So nice.
Finally something to give me reprieve. But no,
No.
this sweet, precious angel is in danger again.
No.
This feels like a horror story. I'm so scared right now.
Oh,
With
yeah.
what's gonna-
Yes.
Like,
This
truly.
is. This guy's crazy. I knew the second his name was Mike. I'm sorry. I have a bad relationships with a lot of Mikes. I don't trust Mikes. Do you know a good Mike?
My brother-in-law, his name's Mike.
They're always Michael.
I mean, I'm not a Jonathan, and everyone assumes I'm a Jonathan. I'm just John, so I
There you
guess.
go.
One of them asked if they could look through my chat history, and I said yes, and unlocked all the features, and she did. I had forgotten about all the abusive, manipulative, and awful things that moron texted me because a cop just pulled a colleague aside and showed him the screen a few times. I saw him look back at me a couple of times, and he left the building. Then he returned and asked me if I had called the police about Mike before. I said yes. He went through all the times I called, and I confirmed and told him some of it verbally then. So I guess she's talked to the police about this before. Aria arrived, and she gave her own rendition of the situation and stuck it to them that we did everything we were supposed to do by calling them about this, and we were told they would not help. If Booger is hurt, she will raise an unholy inferno over their useless department. She started to take charge in the absence of my ability to and ask what they plan to do. They needed paperwork. Booger's papers are all in my name, and the groomer is attached to the vet who provided the adoption and intake of paperwork of Booger, which I proved I was hers and the sole legal owner of her. Oh, I didn't know you had to have papers for pets.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, you have to like register them or something.
Makes sense.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember like getting some sort of thing in the mail, and it was like, you need to update your registration on your dog. And I was like, but I guess what's the thing?
The police went to his home to get Booger, and would understand what to happen because I was not there and was only told by the official story. Mike let him in, showed the dinner he made. He seemed confused and didn't understand why the police were involved. He made it out that we had a bad spat, but we're working it out, but I'm mentally unstable and heavily medicated, and I told him of the groomer's appointment and asked to pick up my dog. They were asked where Booger was, and he said he didn't have her anymore, as my family picked her up so that he and I could have a private, intimate night together and make up and work on our relationship. By the way, you can come and be intimate with us every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile.
Hey, I didn't say that.
You can be intimate with Keon, Dakota, and Sam
There we
every
go.
weekday
Oh,
at 3
yeah,
p.m.
there you
PST.
go.
Just tap our
Super
profile.
intimate with those guys.
Dude, this just got worse. He gave her to Blair and the dad
And we're almost at the end of the story. I'm freaking terrible.
because the boyfriend has measures of he wants OP to be back, so he's not going to harm the dog, giving it.
I don't know, dude. He's so crazy. I don't even know if we can trust that. What? I'm clutching my cocoa and hiding in my blanket like it's a horror movie.
Dude, this is horrifying. It looks like we have like a chunk more. We have an update more. Here we go. I was home waiting, and I had to deal with another cop coming by and asking me about my mental health and if I'm in danger to myself or anyone because Mike said that he is concerned that I am unpredictable and abusive. Once again, I showed him the text and the footage of it being the polar opposite, and once again, I explained to all of what I was showing him and more I've already turned over to the police. By now, I had reached my lawyer who advised I answer any and all questions pertaining to the specific situation, getting my dog back and nothing more, so I shut up and simply provided info necessary to this. Okay, they found Booger at Bear's place, but now Blair had his own story that I was mentally unstable and unable to care for her, so I asked him to take Booger to a shelter as I didn't have the heart to do it so myself. No. He couldn't provide any proof, so they took Booger with them and brought her home. Oh!
We're safe. That was close.
So
That
freaking
was way
close. Dude, no. He said he was going to take her to a shelter. No.
But at least, even if that had happened, OP probably would have gotten to the shelter not too long after that, and it probably still would have been okay, but
Still, dude, that was so freaking close. Oh, yeah. No, you can click them whenever. It's all good. It looks like Duchess Cassandra said it's turning into okay true crime for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least this isn't a cursed episode. We can read these kind of true crimes.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Booger came home for me immediately, straining against the leash to get to me, and I cried on my front step, apologizing to her as if she understood what had just happened. Oh, she was happy and excited. I bet she loved being in a cop cruiser.
My heart. She was like, yes, I'm doggy. I'm doggy in big car with lighty spinny.
She just was happy to be alive, per usual.
She has literally no idea what happened.
She's
like,
when in reality, she almost became a meal, almost got put down at the shelter, but she's just happy to be alive.
bro, oh my God.
To be a dog.
Right.
The policewoman who handed me her leash gave us information on where to get the paperwork about today's event, and she cannot offer me legal advice, but to be sure to lock everything up tonight and to call if anything happens. I did take Booger to the vet, and the tests that have come back show that she is perfectly fine. I am now packed up the majority of my house, and what is not in storage has been moved to Aria's. I'm working on preparing to sell it. I can't even imagine going back to that dang place. Mike left me a voicemail laminating that I sicked the police on him and all he ever tried to do was love me. How patient he has been with my mental illness and my obsession with my mutt. But he is now seeing that my father was right. I don't deserve him. I will never find anyone like him who will love me because I don't deserve love. And when I realize what I've lost, all due to my self-centered attitude, I better hope he hasn't moved on. But he's there if I ever decide to grow up and be a real woman and try to fix this with him. But he's not going to wait around forever.
I'm not going to wait forever to throw you in a river of piranhas. So just get ready for that.
He's coming fast, dude.
Listen, I'm not waiting very long. Like maybe 0.1 milliseconds. That's how long I'm waiting.
Boom.
Just to see the look of pure terror in your eyes. That's the only amount of time I'm waiting, personally.
Dude, I hope your mom comes back into your life and pushes you into a tub of piranhas
that
with
would
John.
be so awesome. That would just
You can't trust in her again.
my heart with so much joy. Oh my God.
If you ever wonder what these guys do off stream, it's this.
It's a whole lot of this. Awesome.
We love this.
Yeah.
An emergency protective order was pushed through thanks to my lawyer. For Mike and Blair, Blair was stupid enough to blow up my phone after the police took Booger to berate me. I don't know what he said. I just forwarded everything to my lawyer, but either apparently was enough. My father lost it, I'm told, but I wouldn't know. He doesn't know where I am and has no way to reach out to me. Mike is trying to Uno reverse my domestic abuse complaints and say I'm the one abusing him and that's why he fled to his place. He maintains that I asked him to take Booger and Blair is backing him. My lawyer says not to worry because no one is taking the claim seriously since we have so much overwhelming documentation of both of them harassing me.
Perfect. Record. Document.
Oh, man.
Gotta have that.
I have been at Aria's and we are taking the trip tomorrow. Booger is a road dog and loves car rides, so I know she will be very excited. The city we are going to is incredibly dog friendly, so she will be with us every step of the way. I'm not letting her out of my sight. Aria helped me go through every bit of info and make sure Mike is removed off everything now. W. All Booger's appointments and all my medical paperwork, all packages, sign-offs, you name it, all mail and packages are being rerouted to Aria's, and Mike doesn't know where that is. She has another home she rents out as an Airbnb, so once the current tenants are out, she's setting me up to stay there until I find a new job out of town somewhere and move.
W freaking friend. Aria, are you kidding me?
Angel!
Dude, successful and amazing. Just has a spare house that you
That
can
is
stay
so
at.
awesome.
That's crazy.
I want an Airbnb now so I can set my friends up in weird places. That would be so awesome. And I refuse to tell anyone where it is. It's like my secret lair.
I love that.
I won't tell anyone. Or if I do, it's like very out of the way.
The Airbnb is run by Wiley Rilson. Suspicious?
Suspicious? No. I think she knows I'm stressed and the only cure is cuddles. She's not entirely wrong. My mind is racing what would have happened if I didn't already have a lawyer pushing the return of my dog along, or if Aria, who was speaking up for me when I was useless effing blop on the floor crying and accomplishing absolutely nothing. Dude, your support team is amazing. I feel like a failure because it was a time for me to get things done, and all I did was cry like a child. Don't put that on yourself. Booger deserves better than me. Stop with the self-deprecating humor.
You are literally such a sweet, loving dog mama, and I'm so glad that you have Booger. And that Booger has you.
What if we had decided in those hours just to get rid of her or do worse to her? What was his whole plan? And why the F would Blair help him? I know he hates me, but JC. All I know for now, if I am no contact with all three of those bastards, and by the time my protective order is up for review next month, new job or no, I will have yanked every root I have placed down here and will get the F out of here. We have some relevant comments, but one relevant comment, Perky Cherry, you are not the a-hole. Your ex actions were manipulative and abusive. You did the right thing to protect yourself and the dog. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This just shows you that real friends, like whenever you have like solid people in your life, you know, you got real ones. Keep the real ones close.
She was sad when the cops were like, oh, do you have like a family member we can call? She did.
She did.
She did.
She did.
She just was, I got that it made her more upset, which is understandable because, like, oh, yeah, my dad and brother literally aided and abetted in the kidnapping of my dog. Wow. But we made it.
We made it, everyone.
We made it. And, at least Booger ended up back safe.
Yeah.
And that's that.